Hello, hello, beautiful blessed people. Bonjour, bonjour. Happy Halloween, happy All Saints Day, happy Fête Guide, happy Dia de los Muertos, happy Samhain, happy Thin Veil. Can you feel it? Oh, I know I feel it. I am just playing my Hoodoo All Saints Day playlist. Happy All Saints Day. Happy All Saints Day. It's a powerful time. It's a powerful time. It's a powerful season. The veil is thin. I don't know if you all can feel it. We had Halloween yesterday. And like I said, today is All Saints Day, Dia de los Muertos. We have Fête Guide. We have All Souls Day on coming up too. So many beautiful celebrations and holidays to honor those who have transitioned to the other side. And this is a very special and sacred time. And however you celebrate it, I am sending you so much love and blessings during the season. It can be a hard time, but I look at it as a beautiful time to celebrate those who have transitioned. I know the veil is very thin, and I have connected with several of people that have transitioned to the other side, and I'm so grateful for this time to connect with those souls. So shout out to all of those who have come to me within the past couple of days, giving me encouraging words, encouraging inspiration, and things that I need to know, telling me not to fear, no fear here, and just really giving me comfort and grace during this season. And that's what I'm here to do as your Zen Wellness Mama. And this Zen Wellness space is to provide some encouragement and provide you encouragement and love for you to tap in and to tune into your intuition. And this season is a beautiful season to do that. If you do have dogs, pets, any people, parents, sisters, friends, exes who have crossed on to the other side, and you feel their presence a little bit strongly now and you want to connect, I'm here to encourage you to do that. I know in my particular practice, I will be making a whole feast for those who have transitioned to the other side. So I'll be getting some spirits for the spirits. I will be getting some good Haitian food, going to the market, getting some good fruits, getting some bad food sometimes too, getting some cigarettes, getting some cigars, getting some vices, anything that I knew that would appease or that those that have transitioned on the other side will be grateful for. I'm bringing those to my altar, setting a table and making a feast. And if this is new to you, highly suggest that you do your research, tap in, and really reach out to those who you trust and who have been doing this for a long time. I know I definitely, in reaching out to my mentors and different people that I have, friends and family that to help me through this season, and to know that you're not alone. But I am here to encourage you to tap into your intuition. So how do you intuitively feel called to connect with the dead, to celebrate the dead? Do it. Do it. This is the season. This is the time. This is the time. This is the time. But my intention for coming on today is to pull a card, oracle message of the week. And if you are tuning in live, this is, and astrologically, this is like it's an integration week. The general theme of the week, I say, is to tap into the veil, the thinness of the veil, to lean into that thinness that we have, to honor your ancestors, to show love, and to rewrite your story. And the reason why I say this is because we started off the week with the first quarter moon in Aquarius, and first quarter is all about taking action, right? It's what time for you to step into the work, and to step in to do those works for the intentions that you set on the new moon. We just recently had these eclipses, so if you set intentions, if you didn't, it is shaky, chaotic waters, but it's a time to do that first step, to lean into that. And first quarter moon in Aquarius, to lean into your community as well, right? So we also have Jupiter and Pisces, which is a very spiritual time, but be careful not to fall into the cults, or well, not to fall into a cult, I should say. Use your discernment during this time, because it's very easy. Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter is expansive. Pisces is very spiritual. So we don't want to lean in too much into all of these mystical things. Really use your discernment, use your intuition. During this time, we have Mercury in Scorpio, which is all about using your thoughts, mind, Mercury, to get to the bottom of things. Scorpio is all about getting to the truth, the hidden truth, what's hidden in deep, 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 deep. So we're using our mind to get to the bottom of the things, using our intuition as well as strategy. We have Venus in Scorpio as well. So Venus in Scorpio is all about knowing your worth, okay? Knowing your worth, and knowing yourself, and being aware of when jealousy arrives in you, or if jealousy is being put back on you. Just really knowing your stuff. And I've talked about values over and over and over again, really standing firm in your values, and knowing your worth, and really calling and asking for it. And if people are not giving you or showing you reciprocity, knowing your worth to really cut those people out of your life, right? Snip, snip, Scorpio. Have that little venom. And speaking of venom, be careful with the fighting words and communicating, because we have Mars retrograde in Gemini from October 30th to January 12th. So this is an opportunity to sit and be patient for things that are going on in your Gemini, things that are going on, any of your planets, or things that rule Gemini, right? Just to sit and be patient, and just kind of like wait, take note. Maybe not so much, because Mars is all about action. I'm all about doing things. But when we're in a retrograde, we're really sitting back. We're doing the reads, reflecting, reevaluating. So looking at what planets fall in your chart, and really taking a step back and just sitting and be patient. Mars in Gemini, or Mars retrograde in Gemini, is also an opportunity to see other sides of people's opinions, to maybe not necessarily fight back right away, because looking at social media and looking at everything that there is going on, even with special things that a very popular Gemini has to say right now, really, it's an opportunity to pause, take a step back, reflect, and to see the other side of the argument. Yes, you might have an opinion, you might have a very strong opinion, but Mars retrograde in Gemini gives us an opportunity to really look at other sides, right? Re-examine things. And if something that other people says is a trigger to you, re-examine, why is that a trigger to you? What's behind the anger? Mars in retrograde in Gemini is really an opportunity to channel anger through different ways of expression, through healthy ways. There are healthy ways to channel anger, and there are very toxic ways to channel anger, as we see over and over again in the news cycle right now. So this is an opportunity, like I said earlier, to reflect on what this past couple of weeks have brought up, to connect to the mysteries of life, to lean into the mystical ways, into your intuitions, really work with your clairwork, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairgustus, all of those. Tap into those. See which clair is really speaking to you during the season, and lean into that. And then in regards to the transits, like I said, today we have All Saints Day. Yesterday was Halloween. And Tomorrow, Venus conjuncting the South Node is all about releasing what's blocking you from creativity. Venus, creativity. Venus is beauty, love, and the South Node is all about releasing, right? So releasing things that are blocking you from being beautiful, from your creativity. It's kind of how I see that transit. November 3rd, we have Venus sextiling Ceres, and Ceres is all about, what is Ceres? Ceres is, to me, is like the mother, like being home into yourself. So Venus sextiling Ceres is all about, to me, is an opportunity to release unhealthy habits, right? So anything that it's like, for me right now, I know I have a bad sugar habit, so I'm detoxifying myself. I'm doing a detox and really trying to cleanse and prep and release myself from things that are not making me feel beautiful, because sugar makes me plump up and that doesn't make me feel beautiful, right? So really purging from that. The moon conjoining with Neptune and Jupiter is a very emotional day. Very, very emotional day. Big emotions with Neptune and Jupiter. But it's centering around healing, forgiveness, integration. It's just a big water day. So really take care of yourself. Lean into the water. Go to the water. Release things to the water. It's a beautiful time to do that. Venus is on Saturday during the week, going into the weekend. Venus opposing Uranus retrograde brings surprises and upsets in relationship, Venus, right? So just be mindful around that time. Some secrets might be revealed, helping you to awaken to some of the old habits that you need to release. So Venus opposing Uranus retrograde is, what are you holding too tightly to, and what do you need to let go that you're holding on too tightly to, and what are you not holding enough of, and standing in your power, calling that in so that you can hold that tightly, right? So opportunity to do that. Venus square Saturn is all about getting real, making things stable and secure. Saturn, right? So being respectful in your relationship, healing around shame, programming, an opportunity to mature so that you show up better in your relationships is all vibes that I'm getting from the energies here. And then Sunday, we have Mercury conjoining this to South Node, which is a great opportunity to rewrite your story. So based on your values that you set before the eclipse season, going into the eclipse season, now that it's brought up all this shit, right? Showing you what you need to work on. Now it's an opportunity to rewrite your story with Mercury conjoining with the South Node. So what do you need to release? What do you need to bring in? And what do you need to call in? And record yourself, script it out, write it out, take a video of yourself. I know during my hardest times, I love to do a video diary. It really helps me not only hear myself of what I was going through, but to see myself in those emotions. So opportunity to do all of that, And let's get into the oracle message for the week, oracle message of encouragement for the week. And for this being All Saints Day and such an auspicious time, I've been connecting very much with my voodoo and my Haitian lineage and hoodoo and all of that. And I decided to pull out my Haitian tarot deck. This deck has a super, super special place in my heart, and I always get emotional when I pull from this deck, but I felt Spirit was really telling me that this deck had a message, and so I will be pulling for that, and I've already shuffled and pulled a card for the day. So the card that I pulled is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. So to me, automatically, when looking in, and I encourage you to tap into your intuition to see what you feel when looking into this card. I'll give you a second. And so for me, when looking to this card, I see a man who is very passionate. He has a lot of things and thoughts in his mind. I'm really being shown the thing around his head. So a lot of things being really curated and thought in his mind that he's passionate about, right? On his shoulders. He's really like carrying the brunt of the things that he's passionate about. So the Three of Wands, and three really speaks to the energy of creation, to really kind of like birthing into something into the world. We have the masculine, we have the feminine, together it creates, right? So the number three. So really, to me, I see it really feels like the place that we are in right now after the eclipse season, after it's brought all this dirt, garbage, beautifulness, all of the things to the surface. Now what are we going to do about it? He's looking out into a field. It's like, okay, now that I have all of these things at my surface, what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? And so that's really the energy that I was speaking about before with the transits and everything. It's an opportunity to rewrite your story, right? Before we can create the stable foundation of the Four of Wands, of celebration, union, marriage, all of that. We're first taking a step back, and we're gathering things and looking and saying, okay, where do I go from here? What do I need to create now to create that stable grounds that comes the Four of Wands, right? And so I will just, wow, I opened right to it. Thank you, Spirit. Three of Brooms, good perspective. In the light, it's accomplishment, confidence, foresight, pride, enterprise, expansion, harmony of powers, nobility. In the shadow, it's moodiness, overestimating oneself, consent, rudeness, isolation, and nobility. And the message is, now is the time to focus on sustained completion. Once you know what you have to offer the world, you can start putting these skills into practice. What did we just talk about? Once you know your values, once you see what you need to deal with and what you need to clear out and bring in, it's time to rewrite your story. It's time to rewrite this story. It's time to focus on sustained completion, because what comes next is the Four of Brooms, which is stability, right? So now's the time to focus on sustained completeness. So it's not like, okay, we're going on to the next one. No, we're doing all of this hard work so that we can sustain the foundation that we're building for ourselves going forward, right? Once you know what you have to offer the world, your values, right? Really getting into all of these things that I talked about before, you can start putting those skills into practice. So start putting those skills into practice. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So it's time to go, baby. It's time to go for you to be the king, the queen, whatever, to be that royalty standing on top of your environment, whatever situation you're in, victorious, knowing what to do next. You know what to do next, right? We've been here. We've been in the state of reflection. This is a state of reflection, really reevaluating, really thinking about how we want to rewrite our story. And once we write our story, baby, don't worry, because it's time to go. It's time to be the king. It's time to take action. It's time to go full force. So with all of that being said, don't forget to honor those who have passed on. I'm sending so much love to you all. You know where to find me. Link in my bio. Things will be in the description box below. If you're watching on YouTube, head to my YouTube channel. If you aren't familiar, if you're seeing this on IG, head to my IG channel if you're seeing this on YouTube. And I'm sending you all so much love. Many blessings.